Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Once Upon a Corgi Knitcast. Yep, that's it.
Oh, wait. We're over here. The Crafty Puppy Podcast. What you doing, Iron? You being a cutie patootie? We'll see what this does. Let's see what happens if we do this. Oh, we're recording. Hello, and welcome to episode 31 of the Once Upon a Corgi podcast. I'm Gabby, your host, and we do have our corgis today. We got Iron on the bed over here, and if you see a little bit of movement right here, that's Audrey. We're trying a new setup. We did a couple trials for the last episode in the beginning intro part, if you saw that, and we're gonna see how this one works. Let me know what you think. I rearranged my little office area, so after introductions, I will give you a grand tour. But yes, I am Gabby. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Gabagales. You can find all my hand-dyed yarn and fiber at Once Upon a Corgi, anduponacorgi.com, and you can find all the show notes for this episode and some of the previous episodes at the Once Upon a Corgi podcast in the groups tab on Ravelry. So yes, I have green tea in my Halloween mug today because you need a little castle in your life. We did a little rearranging of our office area. We only live in a one-bedroom apartment, so my office is also my bedroom. And we just wanted to change things up a bit, so we moved our desk around. We've got, this is our the shop shelf, which one day will grow into more shelves, you know, when we expand. We'll do a little tour here. And then we've got, these are all my knitting books, my binder of patterns, my blocking mats, my wheel Edgar. This is fiber to be blended. This is fiber I'm currently working on. This is all shop bases and my box of socks. And then this is my skein winder. This is my stash bookshelf, which will eventually, ooh, there we go, either be changed into a different bookshelf or something. That was an awful tour. I'm going to slide you back this way. Just wanted to do a little bit more of a crafty background. I think this counts. Oh, you can also see this is my basket for my pinwheel blanket. Ta-da! And you get my Luca shawl and my Hufflepuff flag because, yes, Hufflepuff for life. Well, this was 3 minutes of rambling already. Great. This is good. Sorry, guys. We are a nitty, crafty puppy podcast. I don't think I said that before. And I don't think we have any announcements this week. No, I don't think we do. We did a New York Sock Club giveaway for Mina's New York Sock Club that's starting March 1st, and the winner has been announced in the Ravelry group. I lost my camera. I wanted to make sure that got out to the winner before the club actually started. Last week I did not podcast. I skipped out on that. Jake had a couple days off during the week, so I decided instead of sitting in the living room and whispering into my phone, I would spend the day with him and working. So that's that. I just needed some me time. I'm okay. Don't worry, guys. I got a couple messages, and thank you so much for asking, but I'm fine. So with that, we're going to let this truck go by. I'm right next to my window. So that's what this beautiful porcelain glare is. Let's get on to some knitting. I have one finished object this week. I tried to have two, but I did not succeed. And that is the Snow Day Shawl by Mina Phillip. And I knit this out of Quince & Co., which is the yarn she designed it in their chickadee base, which is their sport weight. And I'm in love with it. It was a fast and very fulfilling knit. And it's just so squishy. I love Quince & Co. So I did the lightest color is Petal, and then this medium to light tone is Twig, and then I went into Melbeck for this dark red, and I could not be happier with my choices. I've worn it probably every day since I knit it. I didn't wear it today. I think this is the first day I have not worn it. I knit it on my US size 7 Knit Pro Zing interchangeables, which I did not show off on the podcast, did I? I don't think I did. Maybe I'll show them this week. But yeah, it was a super quick knit. I did it in 3 or 4 days maybe, only because I had to rip out a section. Because I don't remember what I did, but I didn't increase on a row and then everything got messed up afterwards. And I would highly recommend it. And it's just so, if you've never knit with Quince & Co., it only takes 3 skeins, so it's really not big, not a huge investment because Quince & Co. is so reasonably priced that I would highly suggest it as a intro to their yarn. And it's beautiful, and you're going to want to knit everything out of it afterwards. I love it so much. Oh, we also have our desk right below us too, so now I have a table. How exciting. And a chair. I'm not on the couch. I'm hoping this means the dogs will be in it more, and that maybe I'll clean this section of my house. Let's do this. And that is our, what is it? It is our only finished object this week. That's it. So on to whips. We have 2 shawls in the works. I don't even know if I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this as accountability that I'm still working on it. This is my Sandness shawl by Gudrun Johnson, and I'm knitting this out of My Sun and Stars, which is my hand-dyed yarn on my ginger base, and then the blue is Moon of My Life. And I haven't gotten far at all. Talked about my shawl. We talked about the Sandness. I'm sorry, this is everywhere. Whew. Yes, so I have not worked on the Sandness, but it's still there. It's still going. Yeah, I think March will be the month I finish it. I hope. We'll see. All the fingers crossed. The other thing that I've been working on a lot, that is shawl. This is a little shawl called The Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry, and I am on color E. Yes, E. Is this the front? This is the front. So I am in the straight E garter section. There we go. And this is Sweater Weather from Legacy Fiber Arts, the lovely Sue and Chelsea. And I am loving the way it's going. I like how we are now going from the dark, going from darker to lighter, and going from the cooler purples into the warm purples, into this warm orange. And I have a little bit of a dilemma now. So this is the cake. So that's the color. And now I don't know if I want to continue on to I'm a Mouse, duh, by Sweet Sparrow Yarns, or if I want to do the Ray colorway by Madeline Tosh. Because I think I really want I'm a Mouse, duh to be socks, but it goes really nicely with this colorway. I can't, there's no easy way to do this. So these are my options. I guess this would be a better way. These are my options. I don't know what to do. Because I have 2 singles to go with this yarn for another shawl. And I really like this. Maybe I'll just end on this. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. What do you think? This is my life dilemma right now. Yeah, I'm knitting this on my US size 4 interchangeable carbons. And it's the nice mindless knit that I want sometimes. I'm just loving these. I'm going to go through all the colors again after I finish the shawl, which I'm hoping will be done by my birthday, since I only have like essentially 1.5 sections left. I can't wait to wear this. I've been seeing everybody finish theirs and blocking them on Instagram, and now the motivation is there, except this. I don't know. Our garment work in progress. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll do the shawl section, a garment section, and a sock section. Garment section, we have put a big dent in our Chuck pullover, and this is the Chuck sweater by Andy Sutherland. Let's see if I can. I spilled coffee on the pattern, but there we go. Just ignore the blotches, please. I'm so excited for this. And this is, that's the colorway, that's No Moon, on my Isaac DK base, which I will go more into this later, but unfortunately will be discontinued. So I'm very glad that I snagged a skein for myself. I'm super happy. I posted on Instagram Sunday night that, do we remember which one it was now? It was this cable. Oh yeah. So this cable I twisted. I'll put a picture up somewhere. I started twisting it the wrong way, and I fixed it. It's a little bit wonky. I'm hoping blocking will help it. Like, this section's a little loosey-goosey, but I essentially just isolated these stitches, pulled everything out until the wrong twist, and then finagled it in the correct direction. And I'll put a link in the show notes to where I found that tutorial. I think it was from the Yarn Harlot, but it was super helpful. It was very easy, and it definitely helped my brain space, because I saw that and went, oh god, I have to knit, I have to like rip out 3 inches of cabled sweater and decreases. I was not happy, but I fixed it, and I'm very excited to see this finished. I'm almost done with the decreases, and then I have one more section, and then the ribbing, and then the sleeves, which should fly by once I get those started. And this is a 250 gram skein, so I'm pulling it from the inside. My nails keep getting caught. Got a little bit yarn barf, but this is how much I have left. Here's a close-up. I love it. I love how the non-superwash doesn't take the speckles, it sort of bleeds it in more. So instead of getting like harsh bits of green, you just have like these fades of green. I'm so excited. I'm very excited to wear this. I cannot wait. This is going to be a lovely staple in my wardrobe, and I am so excited to knit more of her patterns. I think I might try an Aran weight one. I haven't decided yet. I have a lot of fingering weight I have to get through in my stash, so get a close-up. I'm so excited for it. Oh, I just want to wear it now. I'm gonna finish it, and then it's gonna be 800 degrees. And that is living in my romantic skeleton bag. Oh, and I'm knitting them on size 4mm US 6 Knitter's Pride Novas. These ones are a smidge pointier than my Zings, so I'm very glad that I chose these for the cables. You might be wondering, oh, did you ever start that sweater for Jake? And the answer is no. No, I haven't. But I did start his socks. So he saw my Mercury socks and said he wanted a pair. So I started working on his pair of Mercury socks. And I'm doing them 2 at a time, which is very slow. But I'd rather do them 2 at a time and have them take a long time than do one and then not want to cast on the other one. So this is the Mercury sock pattern by Kim Drogon? Am I mixing you up with a dragon? I'm so sorry. I'll put it down here. They are a very popular sock pattern. If you have watched any other knitting podcasts, I'm sure you've seen them pop up. And I'm knitting these on Narwhal Needleworks, the Wanderers, on their, I lost the tag, but it's their tweed base. So there's a close-up. I thought this color would, you know, offset the lace for a male sock. There we go. I am doing the 84, it's 84, 86, or 82 stitch count. 84 stitch count. I actually read the pattern this time and did the 2x1 ribbing, and then I'm about 4 or 5 repeats in. So it's going quite nice. It's a nice, like, try and do 1 repeat a day kind of thing. I just leave them on the coffee table and they're there. They're hanging out. No pressure. We've got our Maple Bacon Progress Keeper from Sucre Sucre on there, and we are knitting these on US 1 Chow Goose, the red lace. So here is the cake. There we go. That's a pretty accurate, drastic shading, if you will. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush these. I do want to focus on my Voxo socks, so they will be a leisurely knit, and I feel like these would be a good sock to give him in the warmer months, like fall. Maybe fall he'll get them. See how motivated I get. Okay, so our other sock that we are working on is a little bit of a mess right now because we're in the middle of a heel. Not the middle, we're at the beginning of a heel. Oh god, what's happening? What is happening? It'll be easier, they said. These are my Sorcerer's Uniform socks. They are the Sorcerer's Uniform by Biscott Yarns. I'm attached. There's the cake. I am doing these concurrently, but I'm only going to hold up one because it's getting tangled. So I'll hold up this one because I'm farther along. So I'm knitting these on size 2.5 millimeter needles, US 1.5, and I'm knitting them on 2 different sets of needles because I was going to knit it one after another, and then I needed just a vanilla sock for something, and I was already so close to the heel on the first sock that I just grabbed another set of needles. So one set is on my my cubics, which is the like square wooden ones, and then the other set is Carbons. So they're not the same. I don't feel a terrible difference in gauge, so I'm not too worried about it. The grippiness of the wood and the grippiness of the Carbons is about the same to me, so it's not like one's a metal needle and one's a bamboo needle. But these have been what I'm working on, and I did a 3x1 rib for 20 rounds, and then I did 6 red stripe repeats. And then after the gray, I put in the heel, and I did the Mina's German Tort Row with the mini heel flap to give that a shot. It's in all of her new sock patterns, and it's part of her new New York Sock Club. So I'm very excited to see how it wears. I have not tried it on yet. I'm gonna get to about halfway down with the foot before I do. And yeah, it's a 64 stitch count, and I'm very excited to get these done. The goal is February because I want to enter these into the Victorian Studios Harry Potter knit along and Inside Number 23's February knit along because I want that prize bag. I want that bag so bad. I could just go and purchase one from her, but if I don't try to win it, then it doesn't feel the same. If I try to win it and then don't, then I was like, well, I tried, now I should purchase it. So that's what I'm telling myself. And there we go. I did an extra long cuff. I think I did like 8 or 9 inches for the leg because I wanted to use up as much of this yarn as I could, and I really wanted tall stripy socks. So I'm putting the heel in the second sock as we speak. Well, not literally, but that'll be the next thing on the sock. And I'm keeping them in my, let me get the business card. So a friend of Adrian's from work started making these DBN cozies, and they're made with leather, and they've got snaps, and then in mine she put Daleks! How cute is this? So here is her business card, book and skein. I'll put all the information in the show notes, but she's got DPN holders and I think circular holders too, and they're adorable and I love them. They just look so classy. And then, oh bam, nerd! Bam! Nerd! I love it. I'm so excited for it. And then my other sock is living in my Stitched by Jessalou little Star Wars one. I love it. So this is my nerd socks. Ooh, I should put them in a nerdy bag. I have to get a nerdy bag. They're living in my airplane bag right now, but that's because I want to see them. Okay, now I have to put these away, so bear with me. Oh, I had to put these in the show notes. One down. Okay, we did it. We only have one other work in progress, which is our pinwheel blanket. We're aiming for 1 square a month, which I think is pretty doable. And then if I do more, I feel super accomplished. And am I still attached? Yep. This is the Pinwheel Scrap Blanket by Mina Phillip. And as you can see, I only have one more wedge to do, and then my second square is done. Yay! I might probably not do that tonight. I might though. Well, depends. See how tired I am. I'm in no rush, but I am still using, this is the numbers 9 through 16 of Legacy's advent calendar from the giant advent calendar that Sue did for Christmas this year. So I have one more block of just Legacy Fiber Arts minis, and then I'm on to my other minis, and I'm just keeping this in my yarnet because 8 minis fit in the yarnet quite well. And I'm using US2 Mango Tree wooden needles. There we go. Which I won from a drawing at the, where did I get? I think I got these at a Stitch in Time in Bethel, Connecticut for the yarn crawl. And I found little stoppers. How cute are those? I think they came in my zings. So that also just lives around the house with me. Is it gonna stay? Nope. And that's it for works in progress. We did some spinning. Ooh, I should grab that. I swear I'm organized. We did some spinning. I really want to do, Mina just put out a call for test knitters and then filled all those spots for her new shawl pattern. And I saw it and I want to do hand spun for it. So I broke out the wheel and I worked on my loop bump. This is the Palladium colorway in 100% merino, and bobbin's still on the wheel. So I've got about 2/3 of the way through this dark gray section, then I have another black and then light gray. So we're almost there. I want to say we're like halfway done with this loop bump. I think it was 5 ounces. And then we are going to spin. Let me grab those too. Organize, I swear. Now I'm just making a mess. Okay. I'm either going to spin, these are 5 1-ounce bumps of superwash merino, bamboo, and nylon comb top from Fat Cat Knits that I got at the Connecticut Sheep and Wool Festival last year. So I might do these, or this 80% merino, 20% tencel, 1 ounce each of 6 colors, rainbow. I haven't decided yet. I have to look at her pattern again. I think it calls for 5. 20 grams? I think that's what it is. So maybe I'll do this. I don't know. I have a lot of choices to make. I don't want to make any of them. Can I do this? This is much harder to do with fiber than it is with yarn. This looks awful. Yep, so that's my choice. The plan is to spin this as a chain ply and hopefully get around a fingering 2 sport weight, and then knit the shawl and gift it to my teacher slash mentor from college because she's retiring this year, and Palladium was my jam in high school. No. Palladium was my jam in college, and without my dearest Bev, I don't know where I would be today, so this will be her present. My goal is to get it done before May, so then I can gift it to her at the preview party, because it's an art school. My college does what they call the preview party every year. So each senior does their first solo show. We each get a section of a wall or a room, and we put up our first official show as an adult artist. I think they put it throughout 3 or 4 buildings in the school. I mean, we only have like 6 buildings total, including dorms. It's not a big show. It's not a very big college, but it's awesome. I haven't been since mine, which was a lot of fun and super nerve-wracking, but I am excited to go back and see Bev before she retires. I think I'm going to do this one. I think this one will go much better. This one, I don't know. I might do this. I might put this in as a prize for, I was gifted a box of beautiful yarns and fibers and stuff, and this was in that box, as well as another gradient kit of yarn. So maybe I'll do a giveaway before Mina releases the pattern of this and then the gradient one, so then you just have to get your own solid skinny yarn. Ooh, that's an idea. Might do that. And that's my spinning. Unfortunately, I have no sewing to show. I'm getting the mojo back. I'm in the planning stages. And I've considered going back and trying to fix that McCall's dress that I decided I'm going to frog. It's just hanging up in my closet. I haven't touched it. But the need to seriously start working on my wardrobe is kicking in. So I have a little bit of stash building. Ooh, hello! This is Gabby from the future. So I started re-recording the podcast. Then my camera decided to officially download the footage from yesterday, so I don't need to re-record everything, but I did get the large fabric haul that I mentioned. So I wanted to come back and redo the stash building section with all the fabric and my plans for it. So here we go. Let me get my fabricworm.com was having an inventory bust sale. Everything that I bought was they sell it by the half yard, so everything was under $4 for the half yard, which, there's Audrey, I thought was a really good deal for the brands of fabrics that they have, and show you what I got because they came in today. I'm so excited. I also did a Joanne. I did a big Joanne hunt. If you check out the Treat Yourself 2017 Cal thread, you will see a wonderful post. I didn't ask if I could say her name on the podcast because I always forget, but once you see it, you will know. But she had a Andy Sutherland cardigan on and this Disney princess fabric. I think it was a skirt. It might have been a dress. I'm going to ask her for the pattern that she used because I'm just going to shamelessly copy her because it was beautiful and I want it. But I went on a hunt and I got the fabric. So this is the Disney princess fashion fabric. I went to 2 or 3 different Joannes over the weekend looking for it, and I managed to get about 2.6 yards, but in 2 pieces. So this is, there we go. It's got Belle, Snow White, Cinderella, and I think that's it. And it's got little sayings on the back, and it's this beautiful, like, ink style. The plan was to do the Robe Bluette dress by Dirindo, but I can't find the pattern on their website anymore, so I don't think it's available. And I was going to do a black or a deep burgundy Peter Pan collar. So I'm on the hunt for a dress for this. I might sort of Franken pattern the violet blouse from, I think it's Colette Patterns. Yeah, I think it's that. Everything's going to be in the show notes for the plans for these. You can hear the dogs fighting in the background. So that is the plan for this. It's 100% cotton, quilting cotton, but I love it. It's so pretty. Let me show you right side up. So there's the Cinderella. But I think I might do a black Peter Pan collar or a deep red, because each character has a little bit of red in it, or the black, just to tie it all together. So it can be my Disney princess dress, because everyone needs that in their handmade wardrobe. I'm hoping the sewing bug has come back. Seeing all these fabrics, I really want to get into sewing again. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the night. I have another knit group, but they're having a fight about where to meet tonight, which Panera. So I think I might just take the night and sew up a zinnia skirt in that green linen that I tried to make a dress in a couple weeks ago. I think I have about 2 yards of it left over. So I think I'm going to do that tonight. I think I'm just going to treat myself. I'm going to get into my fabric haul from Fabric Worm. I'm so excited. We're going to start off with the little one. I only got half a yard of this. It was the last of it. And it's just a cotton elephant print. It's by Ray Ritchie, Dear Stella Design. And the plan is to give this to my mom because she loves elephants. It's definitely enough to make a project bag or a little notions pouch or something. She's got a couple fat quarters of elephant fabric, so maybe she can have an elephant quilt one day. But I had to get it. It's so cute. I don't know if they have any left in stock or if they just didn't have any left on sale. Alright, so the next is Cloud 9, and this is an organic cotton with the pink poppies, and I got 3 yards of this. So I'm definitely going to use this year for the Handmade in Woolen natural make-along. That's Audrey in the background. And this will be a Betty dress by Sew Over It, and they have the scoop neck and 3/4 sleeve like add-on to the pattern. So the plan is to do that for just like a nice 3/4 sleeve dress, like circle skirt dress. So there we go. I can't wait for this. I don't know when I'm gonna break into these guys. I have to go up to my parents' house to wash all the fabric to get it ready. Hopefully soon. Maybe I'll just take a couple days off and go so crazy. Who knows? Alright, the next one is this. It's a double gauze by, I think, Cotton and Steel. Does it say? Did I check? No. Doesn't say. That'd be too easy. It's a double gauze and it's this deep maroon burgundy-ish. It's showing up very purple. It's much warmer in real life than it is showing up on screen, but it's double gauze and I got 3 or 4 yards of this. So this is definitely going to be another dress. Ooh, God, I'm crushing my fiber. Sorry. I don't want to put it on the ground because it's going to get full of dog hair. That's Audrey. Hold on, rearranging. Figured it out. And then we got Halloween is forever. I know, Audrey, it's great. So this is the floaty dress Goth Castle Halloween fabric. Woo! Rude. I think I got 2 yards of this, 2.5 yards maybe. I have to check my order form. But I definitely have enough to do a skirt, so I want to do Sew Over Its new Lizzie skirt because I feel like this would be a really fun skirt. I couldn't say no. Yep, there are the pups. And this is just a regular 100% cotton, and I love it. And then we got some more. There's a lot of cotton in this. This is I got 3 yards of this, so this will also be a dress or maybe do a skirt and then a blouse. It's just a nice gray neutral grid fabric, so from far away it just looks like a very nice light gray, but once you get up close it's got that nice little detail. And this is Moda Fabrics, so I'm very excited to get into this. I think this will be a nice neutral bit. I want to get more into sewing shirts. I do need to remake one of these. This is just a Walmart top. You see? See, I already know. Just like a Walmart top from years ago, but an Agnes top will be in the making. This is what you guys come for, right? Yeah? There you go. Alright, and then the last bit. Now that I look at it, it's not so much, but when I was adding it to the cart, it looked like a lot. This is a knit fabric. The pattern might be... Are we good for a second? Okay. The last one is a knit fabric. Ooh. This might be a familiar pattern. I have a dress out of double gauze in the navy background, and I love it. So I wanted to get some knit fabric to test out. Essentially, I've never knit with knit fabric. I've never sewn with a knit fabric before, to my knowledge / properly. So Audrey, you can't yell. Thank you. So I wanted to do that, and I knew I liked this pattern. It's very simple, and yeah. And it's just the, I think it's the mushroom background, technically. But I got this, and I got 3.5 yards of this. Just to definitely be safe. I think they only had 3.5 yards left. I tried to buy out the rest of these that I could, so you weren't left with like half a yard left of this stuff. You know, I'm just trying to be considerate to other shoppers. So that is my fabric haul, and I cannot wait to get into it. If I have mentioned any patterns, I'm going to put them in the show notes going with each fabric. I think that's it for the sewing section. The sewing section. So if you have any good dress or... Oh yeah, Audrey? If you have any good dress patterns, feel free to leave them in the Ravelry thread. I would love to see what you guys are making with your knits or your big patterns. So I'm going to give you back to Gabby of the past and finish up this episode. Yeah, that's it for the knitting stuff. Next is shop update and then life things. So if you are not here for either of those, thank you so much for watching. And if you are, let's get into it. So shop update will be this week, Thursday at 7 p.m. and I really hope you can make it. So last week we also had a shop update, which was not a very large one, but it was a very good one. I'd like to think of myself. So I will show you what is still in the shop from that. So last week we had, I want to say 2 snowstorms in like 36 hours. 72 maybe? I don't know. We had a snowstorm on Thursday and then the following Sunday. So I did what I'm going to start as a tradition and did some ice dyes. So it's like mixing the dye and then putting it on the yarn in a pot of water. You pack snow on top of your yarn and then you sprinkle the dye powder on it. I put it in a sealed pot and then let it sit in the bathroom overnight. You can let it sit to drain out overnight, but I did not because I needed to take a shower, so I needed it in my bathtub. And we came up with our 2017 ice dyes. So these are one of a kind. I think I have all the colors written down, but I make no promises on ever repeating these because of how they were dyed. I don't know if it'll do the same thing if I do it in the pots. There we go. I have 2 on the ginger base, which is the glitter gold stellina. Ooh, and these are so shiny. And then I have 2 on the penny base, which is the merino cashmere nylon. There we go. Those are up, and we did another update with LSP. Trying to find a good spot because up here I feel like it's too dark. And we have some on Ginger, Tesla, and Penny. Just kidding, Penny's gone. Ginger and Tesla. And then we introduced our newest, our minimalist speckles, Bone of My Bone from Outlander. Because in the wedding vows they have Bone of My Bone and Blood of My Blood. So I couldn't help myself. And this is just a really nice cream with little bits of orange and brown. And it's a little bit more than a tonal, but not as crazy as a variegated or a highly speckled. So I wanted a nice neutral that wasn't just a plain tonal, but also warm. Ooh, that was a terrible scanning job. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to see that. So we have some of those left in the shop. And I was asked on Instagram, I think this morning, if I'm going to do a Lollybroch colorway. And I did one when I first started dyeing many, many moons ago, like last year. I'm going to go back, find the recipe and tweak it a little bit. And I think I'm going to, for the new season release, do just an Outlander update in mid-March. Then just do Bone of My Bone, Blood of My Blood, La Dame Blanche, and I'll bring back Lollybroch. And there will be another one, which is a spoiler / teaser. So those were last week's update. I just want to say thank you to everybody who made it. I really do appreciate it. And it humbles me every time. Every time. It also makes for a very good It's a very exciting night because I keep my phone, the sound on. Every time you make a sale on the Etsy app, it goes ka-ching! So I'll like leave it on Thursday night just to see what happens, and every time it makes that noise, Jake like pops around the corner like, making money! And then runs away. So, I'm a nerd. Yeah. This week we will have another shop update, and I'm currently dyeing lots of Oswald for Mayor to try to get another full update out before Mina's Sock Club starts. We have some My Sun and Stars going up, and we are also going to be dyeing up Moon of My Life, which I think I have one skein left in the shop right now. There we go. Moon of My Life. So this will be in the shop. My Sun and Stars will be in the shop. Oswald for Mayor will be in the shop. And I believe that is it for this week. I might have mentioned this earlier in the podcast. It was in the newsletter and it's on the website, but the Isaac DK base will be discontinued. My distributor is no longer going to be providing it, so I have 2 skeins that are up for dye to order in the shop, and they are the last 2. It's 727 yards per skein, so if you buy both, you've got about 1,400 yards. I'm very sad to see it go. It's a 2-ply DK, but I do have, I've ordered some Polworth Silk Blend. Same plying, same size of a skein, so I'm going to see how that dyes up and see how I like that, or if you guys would be more interested in like a worsted weight. There's a Targhee blend that I kind of want to take a look at, so let me know if you'd rather stick to the DK or go up to the worsted weight. I was just getting to know Isaac. Now he's gone. I'm hoping this is like a seasonal thing, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just gonna say it's no more. I'm very sad to say that. I enjoyed that base. And that was our shop update. We're back to the future! Woo! So yeah, apparently my phone also lost the ending bits. Don't worry, Iron's back at it to yesterday's update recording, so here we are again. Sorry about all the jumps in this week's episode and the crazy puppies. Yeah, not a lot of the rest of the podcast would have been life stuff, which not a lot of things went on. I went up to Massachusetts to see a bunch of college friends, so that was really nice. And then just a lot of working and planning and getting a couple things ready for the next couple weeks. So it's the end of February, which means March 1st I will be putting up pre-orders for a series of Unfortunate Events clubs 1 through 6. And I have a new yarn line coming out. I'm going to release more information in the newsletter next week, and then also be putting some stuff up on Instagram, so keep an eye out for that. I'm very excited for it. I'm not going to give away too much right now. I'm still finalizing the colors and the names and everything, so I'm very excited to move forward with this. Spoiler alert, I did not end up sewing. It's now about 8 o'clock at night, so I'm going to finish editing this, get it uploaded and onto YouTube for you guys. So thank you so much for joining me again this week. Again, sorry about everything being super choppy and weird. We're trying out a new layout, or not layout, we're trying out a new background. We're switching some things around. I'm gonna play around with the setting. I'm glad I got some more corgis in this week. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you can find me everywhere online at Gabigail's, all my hand-dyed yarn, at Once Upon a Corgi, and uponacorgi.etsy.com. All of the information you need to know will be in the Ravelry group in the thread for this episode, and I hope to see you again next week. Have a good one. Bye!